everybody. So I just got my Yarn Box subscription in the mail. I decided after I was so disappointed with Darn Good Yarn that I was going to try another yarn subscription box, and I ended up going with the Yarn Box sock subscription. And I haven't opened it yet. I wanted to open it on camera and take a look at what's in here and just kind of see. I think it's just yarn, and possibly there might be a pattern or a couple of different ideas for patterns. I don't think there's any little extras in this one. This was a little more expensive than the Darn Good Yarn. It was $19.99 per month. And you get, this is the sock, specifically the sock yarn subscription. And for now, I listed that I wanted any kind of colors. But it has me list not only like, it has me list like what colors I don't want, and I listed that there was none that I didn't want, but that I prefer greens and like jewel tones or something like that. Like, I like green and brown and blue and jewel tones. So let's kind of see what's in here. Ooh, I like the little paper they wrapped it. Isn't that cute? I like this. I'm already liking this more than Darn Good Yarn. But Darn Good Yarn didn't wrap any of their stuff in tissue paper, if I remember correctly. It was just in the bag. I was really surprised that some of the other stuff didn't get, you know, beaten up. So this wrapping paper is so cute. Okay, I'll stop. I got burned so bad by Darn Good Yarn, so now I'm just kind of like, everything is great because I'm trying something new, and I've heard good things about Yarn Box. So, y'all. Ooh. Ooh. Look at this yarn. Oh my gosh. Oh, it smells like fruit. Like not, oh, it's very fresh smelling. It smells like, citrusy. So this yarn is called April Showers. Oh, look at the cute little tag. And it's very smooth. This is definitely a sock yarn. This is going to be a yarn that gets turned into socks. It's got that nice, smooth, soft texture. It's going to feel good on your feet. And it's, let's see what it is. It is, okay, 65% merino, 35% bamboo cellulose, so bamboo fiber. 520 yards, it's fingering weight, machine wash, machine dry until just damp and lay flat. So more than likely, because I have sock blockers, I will just machine wash it and then put them on my sock blockers to dry. And this is so pretty. So we've got some very vibrant teal blue here. It's not quite teal, it just looks teal because this ribbon is very, very teal. So we've got this very vibrant blue and a little more of a muted blue, and this purple that's kind of goes from a like lavender purple to a much darker the kind of purple you see in like irises and orchids. This is so pretty. And so we've got, okay, so it does come with a pattern that you can download. So I just have to go to my library on Yarn Box and I can get the pattern that they suggest for these socks. So I'll see what that pattern is, and probably post on my Instagram if that's the pattern I'm going to use. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me, and you can see what I'm going to end up doing with this yarn, and you might be able to see what this pattern is. I don't have the time to just stop the video and go look it up and show it off because I have to go to a birthday party with my daughter in a minute here. So let's read it. It's from Yarn Box Socks. April showers bring beautiful spring creations, and we have the perfect rainy day socks for you this month. Our yarn is a Yarn Box exclusive. This blend, called April Showers, is 65% merino wool, 35% bamboo cellulose. This self-striping yarn is super soft, and the bamboo adds silky texture. You have 520 yards total to work with. You're going to love spending rainy days in these socks. If only it was rainy in Michigan and not snowing right now. Wouldn't that be great? So yeah, knit designer Vanessa Ewing created this striking sock design especially for our April Showers yarn, Under the Umbrella. The pattern is called Under the Umbrella, so if you go to the Yarn Box website, I'm pretty sure it's just yarnbox.com, you can probably look at just the pattern and see if you like it. So Under the Umbrella is a knit design featuring a fun umbrella pattern. It's just what you need to brighten up a dreary day. Download it from your Yarn Box pattern library today. So it can show you close up. There we go. So not as much to kind of unpack and talk about as I had with the Darn Good Yarn, because it didn't come with like a little trinket or doodad. Now, let's talk about price. So this is $20. It's $19.99 a month. And I believe that covers shipping though, because I'm pretty sure when it came out, maybe it doesn't cover shipping. I'd have to check my bank statement. But for 520 yards of a merino wool bamboo blend yarn, I would have to say it's a really nice yarn. I don't know if I went to the store and I saw this yarn for $20, I may not be willing to spend that money on it. When I'm surrounded by all kinds of other yarn at all kinds of other price points, this might not have been a yarn that I would want to gravitate to and buy for that price point. However, the fun of getting this in the mail and not knowing what you're getting, and then especially after being so disappointed by Darn Good Yarn, getting something this beautiful. This really is gorgeous. I love these colors, the purple and the blue. I've always liked those two together. I think it's going to be really nice once it's been knit up. The fun is worth the extra like $4 that I'm spending to have this done, as opposed to going to the store. Because like I would say, because I have a couple of yarns, sock yarns that I really, really love and I gravitate to. And they tend to run around the $16 price point. So for that extra $4, I get the fun of not knowing what I'm getting, but also knowing now that I've gotten it. I was very leery because Yarn Box subscriptions, not Yarn Box the company, but like these subscription boxes for yarn so far have been very disappointing for me through Darn Good Yarn. But the fun of getting this and now getting this yarn that's really beautiful that I know I'm going to use. I know what I'm going to use it for. I can kind of see the pattern on here and it looks very pretty. I'm probably going to end up using it for this. And more than likely I'll have a little bit of yarn left over to make myself some little fingerless mitts to go with it. I think it's worth that extra money compared, like for what I would have spent for a similar yarn at a shop, to have that little bit of extra fun. So that's really exciting. I'm so happy that this was not a disappointing yarn. I do wish there was a little bit more for me to do on this video, but it's, you know, it's just it's yarn, it's a pattern. So I believe it's just yarnbox.com. Oh, I misread something. So April Showers is this blend, this wool bamboo blend. It must come in a ton of different colors. This color is Gentle Rain. Wow, I almost missed that. I'm too busy just going gaga over this yarn. So, oh wow, it's so, apparently it comes in like a teal, purple and green, like cream, gray, more like a gray color. So it's so pretty though. I wish that I could better describe how it feels like to the hand. Like I can tell because the bamboo in this is going to have a beautiful drape. So I want to use it for socks because it is part of the sock subscription box, but I'm very tempted to use it for a shawl or a scarf or maybe even like a bolero, because it's going this, you know how sometimes when you pick up a yarn, especially when it's very smooth, you can tell it's going to have a very nice drape. This is going to have a beautiful drape to it. So I look forward to using this. I have two projects I'm working on right now. I have the yarn that I just got from Knit Picks, and then there's that project I'm going to be casting it on soon. And then I'm also working on, I had gotten from Craftsy, and I've talked about the Craftsy Cloudborne yarn before, and so I got from Craftsy some of the Cloudborne yarn. I got I got three colors. I got a grayish, kind of on the brown end of gray, a cream, and a mustard yellow, and I'm doing this like Grello style shawl. And I'm doing the gray part right now, and then I'm gonna do the yellow, and then I'm gonna do the cream. And it was a kit, like, so it was, if you haven't ordered kits from Craftsy, they do it in a couple different ways from what I understand, but I've only ever bought two kits from Craftsy and they were both the same way. So what it is you have the pattern and they have the yarn And then there's yarn choices. So for this one, there was 3 colors, and they were supposed to be all different sort of color values. And so you pick from one from each section. And I was on a big Grello kick because they had that big thing on Ravelry for a while. This was probably over, I want to say maybe it was over the summer, because I think it was when my daughter was in the summer program at the library. And they talked about it on Yarniacs, which is one of my favorite podcasts. I love the Yarniacs podcast. If you have Stitcher or iTunes, or they might be on SoundCloud, I don't know. But find out if you listen to podcasts, find out if where you get your podcast has Yarniacs. It's fantastic. It's such a good podcast if you like podcasts. And even if you don't really like podcasts, it's a good podcast. But they were talking about the Grello craze that was sweeping the knitting nation, and it was just a very attractive color combination for me. And so I ended up picking out this yarn to make a Grello shawl, and it was part of an actual kit. So it showed me a shawl that was like in purple, blue, gray, which was very pretty. Obviously, I like purple, blue, and gray, but I was on this Grello kick, so I picked out that yarn, and it's the Cloudborn fingering yarn. But this particular video was about the yarn box, and I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit more about yarn, because there wasn't a ton to talk about with this other than that it's really, really nice yarn. It's very smooth. It's very pretty. The colors are very nice. I'm trying to get it so you can see the way it shines. Let's get it a little further back. You can see this is a little more color accurate here. But so would I suggest the Yarn Box sock subscription box to you as a viewer? I would say, for me, especially if you're like me and you got burned by Darn Good Yarn, and because I know I have I don't have a ton of subscribers right now or anything, but I know that my most popular videos are the Darn Good Yarn subscription boxes. And if you're one of the people that were watching because of that, and you watched my reviews of that and you wanted to see more yarn reviews, or maybe you've had Darn Good Yarn and you felt kind of burned and betrayed by them like I did, I would definitely say that this particular, it's still fairly affordable. $20, maybe a little out of your price point, but it's still fairly affordable. And it's very therapeutic to get a yarn subscription box and get a yarn that I really like, that's really nice, that smells good and feels good and doesn't have dirt in it. And it was therapeutic for me. So if you've done Darn Good Yarn and you weren't happy with it and you're willing to spend that $10 more, I would say go ahead and try this yarn box subscription. I'm going to do it for 3 months, and then I'm going to move on to another subscription box. I think it depends. I might just move on to another yarn box subscription box, because I'll probably be after 3 months I'll probably have too much stock yarn because I have a ton of it already. But I believe their price points, it was like 19, maybe it was 20, it may have been $24.95, but I think shipping was included. And then there was one that was like in like 30 some dollars, and one that was 40 some dollars, I want to say, or 50 some dollars. And so they have a lot of price points as well, especially if you want to treat yourself to something really nice. I would give it a try. And if you have a yarn subscription box that you really like, that you would like me to try out, for now I'd like to keep it under the $40 price range, just because I'm, I work from home and I'm a mom and we don't have a ton of spending money. But if you have a yarn subscription box that's under the $40 price range that you would like to suggest I try out, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna give this one a couple months before I try something new. Please let me know. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what subscription boxes you have. Even if it's not in my price point, please tell me what ones you have and let me know how you like them. And let's share. Let's talk about these subscription boxes are becoming so popular right now, and I want to be able to talk about them and kind of give people the heads up if some are bad. Tell people what they think for the ones that are good, ones that have like extra little doodads in them, or ones that are just surprise yarn with a pattern or whatever. So let's share, let's talk, let's be a community. And once again, if you want to follow me on all my social media, I am Be My Full Moon on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram, and Pinterest. And I'm Aouray, Aourai, on Twitter and Ravelry. I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and really though, like I think you should give this a try, and I think it goes without saying, because I've got like 35 subscribers right now, that this is not sponsored. I feel like, because YouTube is, people watching YouTube can be weird sometimes, so I feel like maybe I have to actually tell you that I'm not sponsored by Yarnbox in any way, because they don't care about somebody with 35 subscribers. But yeah, no sponsorships. I don't have like links, so if you go and buy something I get money. Like, there's no affiliate links or anything crazy like that. But it's, you think things go without saying, and then somebody gets mad at you because you didn't say it. So thank you again for watching. I'm so already looking forward to next month's yarn subscription box, and my next standalone vlog. I still have to finish the one from the Knit Picks sweater I'm doing. My next standalone vlog is going to be a very typical what I'm knitting, what I want to knit, new yarn haul, just a crafting, sort of mostly knitting, I'm going to say, knitting vlog. And so I will probably have this at least swatched, if not started, and you can see then. So please check that out when it comes out, and thank you so much for watching.